Hello students, this is your course on content marketing. In this video on developing relevant content, we are going to talk about joining niche communities. Let's begin by understanding what niche communities are and why it is important for a content marketer to join them, or at least get someone from the team to join them to have a measure of the pulse of the market. Niche communities are a group of people interacting on a public platform, often online, and often with restricted access to outsiders. The interactions in these communities are centered around the context of the niche, a particular topic, a particular context, beyond which no discussions are allowed, beyond which no interactions happen. And that's why the name niche. And these are very focused forums where everyone who's participating is either passionate to learn about that niche, or is an expert in that niche, or has opinions and insights to share in that particular niche. Content marketers can become members of such communities for social listening. And if the content marketing manager doesn't want to do it themselves, they can have their team members join such communities to keep a track of what is happening, what are the key responses of customers to certain trends, and how are they responding, what is the sentiment, what are the hot topics, what is receiving backlash, and what are the things which the competitors have done to which customers are responding positively, giving insights to the content marketers about what can be done with their strategy, how it can be tweaked, how it can be refined. The social listening basically means you're listening to what people are talking about in a social setup. And you can be a silent observer, you can be a contributor, but what you're doing is lending an ear to the social platform and trying to see how people behave towards a topic, towards a brand, towards an industry, towards a niche, when they don't feel that any kind of brand and user interaction is happening, when they don't feel that any kind of business or marketing interaction is happening. So you can identify topics which are trending in the selective niche, and you can even achieve most passionate customer response and engagement if you're a participant in this these kind of niche communities. The reason being that the people who are there are your actual target market. They have made the effort of joining a community like this, a forum like this, and they're definitely very passionate about the product, the value proposition that you offer, and therefore they are willing to see all sorts of content that is coming under that particular niche. And therefore this is the most responsive and most engaged audience that you can receive for your content campaigns. Strong influence and influencers and affiliate marketing associates can also be identified from such forums. And since this is a place where your best customers are present, where your industry experts and influencers are likely to come to, this is also definitely a good place to launch your campaigns, your content campaigns, and capture user interest. Maybe do a test run here before launching it at a mass level, and come out with campaigns which are of high relevance to your target customer group. Some examples of niche communities which have a powerful customer following and have upward of multi-million customers, and therefore great platforms for doing some social listening and identifying bright and powerful content ideas are given here. I have kept most of these as niche communities, which are standalone communities, and Reddit is the only outlier in these examples, because this is a social share platform where different types of niche communities exist. So irrespective of what type of niche you are trying to develop content for, you can find a niche community for that on Reddit. Other than that, there are specific niche communities which have dedicated websites, applications, blogs, and some of these are like Dribble, where designers, freelancers congregate, and a lot of information is available for services, tools, which are of meaning, which are of purpose to these people. Then Goodreads is another niche community where book lovers are present. And if you are in the publishing business, this is definitely the place that your content marketer should be attending, listening to what users are saying about various published works. Then All Recipes is a community for food, of course. And if you're in the business of food or anything related to food, maybe your content centers around various recipes, and therefore being on All Recipes tell you that what are the latest trends, what kind of customer response is being achieved for different types of recipes, and tweak your content according to that, and even publish content there to get market traction and following for your website, for your blog, and for your social media accounts. Then hashtag blogger or blogger is another niche community which is meant for bloggers. Then Dogster is meant for dog owners and people who are passionate about dogs, and therefore companies that produce dog care products or dog food. They are very keen on being part of such a community, and because they find out what the dog owners are most passionate about and what kind of content they like to consume. And that's how basically these companies learn the kind of content format to adopt, the content to be produced for their target audience. Then Care 2 is another niche community which is focused on activism, both environmental and social, and brings together upward of some 40 million users who are contributing, volunteering to various activist and various upliftment projects all across the globe. And once again, organizations that are non-government or non-profit and working towards such causes find Care 2 as a great niche community to figure out what is happening in this world and how to best connect with the users and convince them to contribute to their particular causes. So these are different niche communities that are gold mines for their respective niches. And as a content marketer, you have to identify the same for your particular niche. And if no such specific website or app exists, then head over to Reddit and join the relevant community over there. Then it's also possible to advertise and market your own products, your own services on these forums. As I said earlier, that you can launch your content marketing campaigns, and you can also advertise your value proposition in these forums, because this is where your primary target audience is present. They're coming there of their own accord. They're open to information, they're open to any kind of message that is coming on these boards, these forums. So the receptiveness is very high, and makes sense for content marketers to not just be silent spectators and social listeners, but to utilize this opportunity to market on these particular communities, these particular forums also. In fact, the ROI offered by these communities can be much better than your average PPC and social media campaigns. So that's about joining niche communities for coming up with relevant content ideas, and of course identifying opportunities for content marketing. Next up, we'll talk about utilizing customer reviews to create content. Until then, thank you.